Hits the water. Lane 4, Drake Shepherdson. Lane 5, Skylar Mayer. Lane 6, Nolan Pyle. Lane 7, Vaughn Oakley. And finally, lane 8, Adam Culp from Metamora. As expected, we have Skylar and Drake leading out the field.
Tell you what, though, Nolan Pyle is right there, and so does Hudson Essing.
Absolutely. They're all 24-point at the turn, 24-6-8, 24-7-6 at the front.
Looking like, I mean, they turn almost exactly the same time. It's always hard when they're down on the far side. Looks like Drake Shepherdson just pulling ahead.
Looks like it's going to be Drake Shepherdson coming in the wall first. And
Hello again, everybody. Ryan Lindley, Brian Dieters, MPTV Coaches Show. This week, you just saw some swimming in the opening. Drake Shepherdson, one of 3 Morton swimmers, headed to state.
Very exciting times. Congratulations to you guys. Best of luck.
Yeah, Landon Boerke was one of those other 3. Keegan Boerke, Landon's brother, probably mentioned him too. So all 3 of those guys are headed to the state swim meet. We did an interview with Landon. We got a chance to talk to him. So let's go ahead and roll that. All right, we are here with Landon Boerke, one of our 3 Morton swimmers going to state as part of our Morton Co-op Swim Team with Washington, East Peoria. And Landon, first thing though, we got to talk about your family is heavily involved in swimming. Talk about that aspect of it all.
Yeah, so both my parents, when they were younger, were nationally ranked swimmers. My dad actually broke a few national records back when he swam, and he swam in college. Unfortunately, my mom got an ACL injury and was not able to. But swimming since I was like 4 years old has been a really big part of my life and just something that our entire family enjoys to do together.
And so kind of adding on to that, right, you got 2 swimmers besides yourself headed to state. Drake Shepherdson, but the other one is your brother, Keegan. So talk about getting to compete with your brother this year.
Yeah, it's super exciting. Me and my brother share a lot of interests, even inside swimming, outside swimming, and it's just really fun to be able to spend more time with him. In the past, we've been kind of separated. I'm at high school, he's at club, so it's really fun to be able to spend some more time with him.
Then kind of talk a little bit about you're kind of moving forward, right? This season you've been really successful. Sectionals was great, but maybe before you even talk about sectionals, some highlights from this year.
Yeah, so we have gone, now this is our 4th year undefeated, and I can finally say that I never lost a dual meet in all of high school. And so this year has kind of been a continuation of our last few years. We have a really strong senior class, and last year we didn't lose many people. So it's been just kind of building and building and building for all of us who are seniors, and even some of the underclassmen who have also swum with us for a very long time. And so we've been able to win some really fun meets, and yeah.
And then real quick, just on sectionals, I mean, you had, a lot of people said it, I've been getting some information, maybe the most competitive race or most exciting race of the sectional meet. Kind of talk about that, and then just maybe just sectionals as a whole.
Yeah, so in my 100 backstroke, I ended up having a perfect tie for first place with one of my buddies from another team who I actually used to be on a club team with. And it was honestly the best outcome that neither of us could really expect. I know both of us were really nervous going into it. Both not sure who would be able to have a better swim that day because we are just super evenly matched. And honestly, I'm really glad to be able to go to state and have a rematch against him.
Awesome. And then just real quick, we got, I guess, 2 more quick questions. Just talk about the co-op thing. You get to work with those Washington EP kids and really get to be teammates with them in a way that obviously they're rivals in pretty much every other sport.
Yeah, so I've known all those guys since I was super young, since I started swimming. I've been on club teams with them, and so it's kind of awesome that I get to continue my high school career with all of them. And just some of my best friends are over there, and it's kind of funny, back when I played soccer, people would be like, oh, Washington, we don't like them. I'm like, well, so I like that guy and that guy because those are my teammates, but other than that, so it's really fun, and especially getting to know them in other sports too. So.
And then last thing, what are you most excited about for state?
I'm really excited. This is my first time going, and I'm super excited for what our medley can do. I know some of us thought we could have done better at sectionals, even though we did it insanely well. So I think there's some good room for improvement, and so hopefully we can get up into finals so that we can have some fun Saturday too.
Awesome. Thanks, Landon. Congrats.
Yeah.
Obviously, Landon, really excited. I mean, he set a series of school, I think 4 school records. It's, obviously he's done well, but the other guys have as well, and really the whole team, right? I mean, you send a certain number of kids through, but it's the whole team that gives you that opportunity.
It's just great to see the camaraderie with the other kids in the different schools as well, but to see our kids kind of shining and for me, it's just kind of fun because their father was one of my captains years ago and has done a great job, so congratulations to everybody.
Yeah, tremendous there. Speaking of tremendous finishes, we had 3 wrestlers go to state. We interviewed Ben Schaffer last week. I had a chance to talk to Ben today at school. He said, it wasn't the performance he wanted, but it just motivated him to get back next year. Noah Harris, and then Harry Day was the high finisher of our Morton wrestlers. He's a state placer.
Right, and I think all of those guys are going to be back.
Yes.
And so, hey, that's just exciting. Sets the bar for next year even higher.
Yeah, absolutely. And then let's talk one more state placer before we wrap this up and then talk a little bit of basketball. But bowling, girls bowling, Morgan Robinson, 5th place in state. Coach Tucker, great job with the girls bowlers this year.
Great job, and from what I understand, she was in a lower position and just completely worked her way up to a very, very high spot in that finish list, so that's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely, and she actually talked to me about that, so let's roll this interview with Morgan.
All right, we are here with Morgan Robinson, finished in the top 5 in state bowling, and Morgan, just kind of take us through the state experience.
Well, it was definitely an experience. It was at the Cherry Bowl in Rockford, which they have PWBA tournaments there, so that was cool. But it's similar to any other tournament, sectionals or regionals. It's 6 games the first day, and then the next day, if you make it, it's another 6 games. And then it was just a little different because I didn't have a team there.
Gotcha. Just kind of maybe, you obviously had a great run. When you got to the end, you kind of realized where you were going to finish. What was that like emotionally?
I was definitely really tired, but also happy, and I was just kind of relieved that I finished that high.
Awesome. And let's reflect back a little more. State's obviously awesome, but if you talk about the season as a whole, what were some of the highlights this year?
Our season was very successful this year because our team won regionals, which was huge because we've never done that before as a team. And then we had 2 tournament wins and we won most of our matches, so it was just a really good season.
Awesome. And obviously you're junior, so you're back next year, and you've got some other teammates that'll be back next year as well. What's maybe things that you've learned this year that you feel like you can take into next season?
Well, I've learned if you have a bad game, you can still recover from it, and you just have to stick with it. And then it's really helpful to have at least one person on your team doing good, because then it helps you stick with it and just the whole team morale and stuff.
Awesome. And then one last question before I let you go. If you're talking to somebody that maybe isn't an experienced bowler like yourself, what advice would you give that person? Just kind of maybe a tip or two to maybe help develop their skills?
I would say definitely watch YouTube videos and just don't try to just go out there and just try to hook the ball and throw it super hard. Just find a style that works for you and maybe join a league because that's the best way you can learn.
Awesome. Well, congrats again, and thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
And then our last thing, and obviously great to hear from Morgan there, but our last thing we want to talk about this week, and we'll have way more on this hopefully next week, we got basketball Tuesday, Wednesday, and we hope Thursday and Friday. Girls basketball sectional semifinal Tuesday night at Ottawa. Boys regional semifinal Wednesday night at Dunlap. Sectional final would be Thursday. As you're watching this, that'll probably be the day this comes out. And then regional final for the boys would be Friday at Dunlap again. So just a whole lot of basketball if the Potters can keep on winning.
I love this time of year, March Madness. I mean, I'm biased, but I just think it's just such a great atmosphere at both the high school and the collegiate level. It's just that do or die notion in the gyms and everybody's popping in, and It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Good luck.
win or lose, obviously we'll update you on the results next week. We hope it's win. If you cannot make it to Ottawa, which is a bit of a drive, or to Dunlap, which is not as much of a drive.
Not for me.
Not for you. That's true. For you, it'll be almost right across
I
the
live
street.
across the street.
But regardless, if you can't make it any of those games, those are all on the NFHS network, and you can tune in and watch our great MPTV crew. I'll be there for the boys game on Friday, and probably for the girls game on Thursday too, actually. But regardless, make sure you tune in, watch those if you can't be there. But if you can be there, wear red and be loud. Go Potters. For Brian Eaters, I'm Ryan Lindley. Have a great week, everybody.
Take care.